Hi everyone and welcome back to Expressive Photography. I'm Alistair Ben. This week I'm teaming up with my good friend Adam Gibbs over at Quiet Light to do another image critique, and we are going to be discussing this very atmospheric woodland scene from Marius. So hopefully you're going to find this very interesting. I'm certainly looking at it from a very emotional point of view and understanding how all the different elements within this frame are coming together to produce a feel and a mood. So we're going to be discussing all of those things in this coming video. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you want to see another one of these recordings, you can jump over to Adam's channel after you've watched this one to see another one of our image critiques. I hope you enjoy it.
All right, here we have an image by Marius Riemel, and it's one of those situations where as a woodland photographer, we always dream of conditions like this where we have beautiful fog to just kind of add that separation between the background and the foreground. And the nice thing about fog, obviously, is that it really does reduce that busyness and clutter in the background. The funny thing is about this woodland here is that it doesn't look actually that cluttered. It's quite a well organized forest. I love the grasses in the foreground and throughout the image, and there's quite a lot of separation between each of the trees here. There's not an awful lot of deadfall. Now, I really like the way that Marius has separated each of the trees. They kind of seem to have their own little space here, and of course the fog really helps with that as well. You'll notice that, like this tree here, you can't really see the trees very clearly behind that because of the fog. I also really love the deciduous trees mixed in on the right side here. It just adds something a little bit more jarring to the eye than just straight trees throughout the whole frame. Now, there are a couple of things that I would probably change with this photograph, more to do with the processing than anything else. The first thing is that to my eye, it looks just a little bit too red. So I'll bring the tint down just a tad to get rid of some of that red, especially in the grasses there. And one of the other things that I noticed is that even though this image doesn't have a lot of contrast, I would probably add just a bit more contrast in the foreground here, especially this foreground tree in the middle. So in Lightroom, that's very easy to do. We can just take a brush and we can just brush in this section here really loosely. And if you want to refine that, we can just go to the auto mask, just so it doesn't go over the edges too much. This is just a quick demonstration. And then just add a bit of contrast. Add some contrast. We could probably bring the blacks down just a tad, just so that it kind of gives the photograph just a little bit more dimension. We've got the blacks, and maybe just warm it up a little bit. The other thing is, and I've mentioned this a number of times in the past, cool tones tend to recede and warmer tones tend to come forward. So as an example, if we want to bring this tree forward, then now I'll do a drastic change here, but we can bring the warmth up to bring it forward. And then the background here, let's duplicate this, and then we'll invert it. And what we're going to do this time is bring the contrast down and actually cool the background. And you'll notice, now this is more than I would do, but this is to just demonstrate what's happening here. You'll notice that that warm tone really comes forward quickly, whereas the cooler tones really do recede into the background. So it's a great way to add depth to your photographs. So let's just bring that back up a little bit, and we'll just cool that down a little bit. And of course you can do it to taste. You can do it very subtly, or you can do some more drastic moves in there. Now the other thing that I noticed about this photograph is I mentioned that I really love these deciduous trees in here because they kind of break it up a little bit. Unfortunately, they're all on the right side. And I was just wondering if perhaps we cropped this image. Now I'm going to do quite a drastic crop here. I mean, it's fine as it is, but I quite like cropping it into a square. I quite like that because you notice that now we just have that one tree in there and it's kind of simplified it. The idea is still there. It breaks up the frame and you go, oh, look at that tree, that's different. And there isn't so many that it's distracting. Perhaps 4x5. Let's see. Maybe bring it up to there. Something like that. These are all options, and of course, it's all personal taste. But I just love a hint of those trees in there, rather than the full-on meal deal with all of them on the right side here. To me, when it's like that, it just looks a little bit off balance. And that's pretty much it. I'm just looking at the grasses here. It might also be nice to, this image is quite small, add a little bit of contrast in the grasses here as well, because I noticed the shadows are quite flat. So perhaps the same treatment as the tree in the foreground grasses up to about, let's say, this line here. Add contrast in this section here.
So first and foremost, I always like to review images or critique images from a point of view of feel. I love an image that makes me feel something, and this is certainly a case. I think Marius has done a wonderful job here to create an incredible atmosphere. The second thing I always think about is why. Why is it making me feel that particular way? And I think from a critique point of view, it's always useful to look at the histogram. In this particular case, we can see that there are no blacks at all in this. There are very few shadows. It's predominantly mid-tones and highlights with a very few little brighter sections. So this is an image that's made up of mid-tones, predominantly bright mid-tones, and then into highlights. So the consequence of that is it's a very light and airy photograph. The second thing I particularly like are the contrasts of colour. So we have these wonderfully warm pine trees, which just really stand out against this very atmospheric blue misty background. Add on to that the warmth of the foreground and warm tones, atmosphere, colour contrasts, bright mid-tones, lots of highlights. Of course, this is why the image feels calm and very uplifting. The other massive contributing factor here is the verticality of everything. Most of the tree trunks are more or less vertical. There's a few leaning here and there, and particularly in this area in the back there, I think that leaning of the pine tree there, in conjunction with the birches that are starting to add some variation and interest to the scene, then I think this is a particularly successful photograph. So that's my first impression, is certainly, I think I dropped the blacks a fraction. Apologies for that. So I had added a micro contrast. Now, if we redo that, you can see there, just by dropping the blacks a tiny fraction, the implication of that is we have added contrast where the darkest pixels are, which is right here in the foreground. And it is very subtle, and it might not be terribly noticeable on the video here. If we, the more we do it, the worse it gets in terms of making the whole scene feel darker overall. But at the end of the day, just that tiny little reduction in the blacks has helped to add a little bit of three-dimensionality. So I may be inclined, personally speaking, just to pull down the blacks marginally, just in that foreground there. And I think what that does is help to add some depth. The problem with photographs that are predominantly midtones and highlights is they can lack three-dimensionality. Now that's okay, you know, not everyone has to produce three-dimensional images, but I just feel, given this atmosphere we have in the background, just by increasing the blacks a tiny bit right on that bottom edge, it just seems to anchor the photograph a tiny little bit better. The second thing I would do, just from being a very, very picky person, is I would clone out that little bit of grass that was hanging over the edge there. I might even tidy up a few of these little corners and these little tiny little spots. There's all those tiny little things are things I would probably address just to clean up that bottom edge there. But I do feel that the overall sense of this photograph is a wonderful atmosphere, beautiful contrasting tones. It's almost impossible in a scene like this to avoid overlapping some trees. I haven't watched Adam's recording, but I would assume that there's going to be some commenting about overlapping trees here, but it is very, very difficult when there are so many trees in this scene. But overall, gorgeous image, tons of atmosphere, beautifully presented, very clean, and a pleasure to look at.